Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. My sports vibes, balling. Thank you for vibing with me. I'm just a Sixer fan giving you my honest perspective on the NBA playoffs. And when I tell you that the NBA playoffs is straight up lit, it's straight up lit, man. I can't ask for anything more. You know what I mean? Dealing with the Sixers all dang on season and us losing all dang on season. This is a breath of fresh air watching the playoffs so far in round two. Now let's start with the Cavaliers and the Pacers. The Cavaliers and the Pacers. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's definitely going down. We cover the Sixers on this channel. We cover the Phillies on this channel. We cover the NBA playoffs on this channel. We cover anything that's breaking news that's worthy. That's worthy. Like that Luka trade, that was worthy to cover. You know what I mean? But primarily we do cover just the Sixers and the Phillies, and we do card reveals as well. But I love basketball. It's my favorite sport, so I'm covering the NBA playoffs. And the Pacers versus the Cavaliers, and sorry about the wind, it's a little windy right now, but that series is just different, man. Because in game two, I don't know what the heck. I don't understand what's going on with the injuries with the Cavaliers. I feel like, look, I picked the Cavaliers to win against the Pacers. And if the Cavaliers were completely healthy, I will pick the Cavaliers against the Pacers, right? And this is no disrespect to the Pacers, because the Pacers are playing very good, but the Cavaliers are hurt. They didn't have DeAndre Hunter. They didn't have Mobley. They didn't have Garland. And Spider got hurt as well. And they won this game last seconds of the game. Literally, the last 20 seconds of the game, somehow, some way, Tyrese Halliburton got his own miss and did a step back three. Like, that's unacceptable. You got to get the rebounds. That's why I say defensive rebounds are the key to success in the NBA. You have to get the defensive rebounds. So final score is 120 to 119. And Tyrese Halliburton, he didn't have the best game overall until the last second, the last shot. So I can't hate on the man, but he wasn't dominating this whole game. You know what I mean? But when it counted the most, he put his team on his back and he said, I got you. And he got him home. So the Pacers got that dub in Cleveland. They beat them twice in a row. I think this series might mess around a gentleman's sweep or a sweep. Straight up. What's going on? Ron's opinion don't matter. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I cover the Sixers, I cover the Phillies, and I cover the NBA playoffs on this channel. Shout out to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. But let's talk about it, right? I'm not blaming the loss on Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell balled out. Donovan Mitchell had 48 points, 8 assists, and he was doing his thing. He got hurt late in the game, but he was doing his thing. Max, he had, I call him Big Max, Max Strus. He had 23 points. Jared Allen had 22 points and 12 rebounds. Sam Morril had, I think he had like, how many points? I think 14 points. But the injuries caught up to the Cavs. Point blank. The injuries caught up to the Cavaliers. And it's unfortunate because I truly feel like this will be a better series if they were healthy. But I can't, listen, I'm not going to hate on the Pacers. They are a deep team. They're a very good team. And the Pacers might represent the Eastern Conference in the finals because they're such a deep team. Like Tyrese Halliburton had only 19 points, but the rest of his team is balling out. His team is so deep. Shout out to Grasshopper. Never should have lost that game. Yeah, they should have never lost that game, bro. They needed to get that rebound. They didn't get that defensive rebound, and Tyrese Halliburton got his own miss and shot the step-back three. That's why I'm so big on rebounding. People be saying, why do you always complain about rebounding? The reason why, because if you guard a team for 24 seconds and you don't get that defensive rebound, they get the offensive rebound, they have an additional 14 seconds left. They have additional 14 seconds to get off another shot, and those second chance points catch up to you. Those second chance points catch up to you. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I got about 10 people in the building, only got 2 likes. Show a brother some love. Show a brother some love. Hit that like button. But yeah, I'm just going to say this. The reason why the Cavs lost was because of that defensive rebound and because of injuries. If it wasn't for the injuries, I would have the Cavs winning the series. But since they're so hurt, I just don't know. I don't think they're going to have enough to beat the Pacers now. They're not. I don't think they have enough, and especially if Donovan Mitchell was hurt. How do you look? When did Mobley get hurt? When did DeAndre Hunter get hurt? Garland is hurt. Like, that's a lot of players that's hurt at the wrong time. And this is why I say the playoffs is different, man. It's more physical, and a crucial injury can cost you a whole series. And for Garland to be missing all these games, for Mobley to be missing this last game, for DeAndre Hunter to miss this last game, it sucks, man. Because the Pacers are too deep. You're not, listen, Donovan Mitchell put the team on his back. Even with 48 points and 8 assists was not enough. Now think about it. The Pacers have Naismith with 23 points. They have Miles Turner with 23 points. Tyrese Halliburton with 19 points. Nembhard with 13 points, 13 assists, and 7 rebounds. They also had TJ McConnell coming off the bench and giving you tough defense. So they got a deeper team right now because of the injuries of the Cavaliers. If it wasn't for the injuries, I feel like the Cavaliers will win this series, probably in 6 games. But since there's injuries, and I don't know if Mobley's coming back, I don't know if DeAndre Hunter is coming back. I don't know who's coming back, man. I was just so disappointed when I'm watching and I don't see them playing. I'm just like, what is going on? How do y'all feel? Good morning, bro. How do y'all feel about the injuries, man? How do you feel about this series, the Cavs, the Cavaliers, and the Pacers? And also, we're going to talk about the Warriors and Timberwolves. By the way, I do play-by-play, so make sure y'all play-by-play for some of these playoff games. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm just a Sixer fan giving you my honest perspective on the NBA playoffs. And since I couldn't witness my Sixers being in the playoffs because the Sixers are so dang on terrible, they're so terrible, you know, and since I can't witness them playing, I'm going to watch the rest of the NBA. You feel me? But, yeah, shout out to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, the Warriors and Timberwolves game was awesome. But let's keep talking about the Cavs and Pacers right now. I just feel like literally what it comes down to right now is how healthy would the Cavaliers be for Game 3. They got to try to win. And like I know this might sound crazy. They got to try to win 2 games in Indiana. They cannot go down. They cannot go to a Game 5 being down 3-1. They got to try to take 2 games from the Pacers, which is going to be so hard if they're not healthy. If the Cavaliers are not healthy for Game 3, this is going to probably be a sweep, man. It's going to be a sweep. I don't see them winning a game if they can't get healthy. If they can't get healthy. And you know, the unfortunate truth is this right now. I got the Boston Celtics winning tonight. Right? I got the Boston Celtics tying this series up 1-1 against the Knicks. And I think that the Boston Celtics are going to still beat the Knicks. And guess who's going to play? And if the Pacers play the Celtics in the finals, in the Eastern Conference Finals, I'm telling you right now, in my honest opinion, Boston will be in the finals again. I don't believe in the Pacers, y'all. I know they're playing good. I don't believe in the Pacers. I don't. I know they got a deep team. But there's something that I feel like is missing. I don't know what it is. And I like Tyrese Halliburton. I like Siakam. I like Nembhard. I like Naismith. I like them. But there's something I just don't. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe they're going to have to prove to me. But I just thought the best chance that the Celtics will lose will be in the Eastern Conference Finals. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. I got 17 people in the building and only 2 likes. Because somebody hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to my first 500 subscribers on this channel. Shout out to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. But hit that like button, please. Hit that like button. But, yeah. We talking about the NBA playoffs, y'all. Shout out to everybody. Hello. Good morning. Go Phillies. Let's go. Oh, yeah.
Today's the 23rd anniversary of Iverson making it.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Yeah. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Talking about practice. You talking about practice. AI. The 23rd anniversary of AI saying that slogan, that statement. Wow. All you gotta do is double tap the screen to hit the like button, y'all. Just double tap it and you'll hit the like button. But shout out to everybody that already hit the like button. And but yeah, the Cavaliers are in big trouble. The key player to me, and I know this, listen, I know he don't play the best defense. I think Garland, they need Garland, bro. They need Garland. They need Mobley. They need DeAndre Hunter. They're going to need these players to survive this series. They're going to need them. I got to do my research and see what the injuries are. I know Garland got a toe injury. But what about everybody else? What about Mobley? What happened to him? All right, now let's get to another game, y'all. Another game. Yesterday's game, the Timberwolves versus the Warriors. Game 1. Conference semifinals. That was a good game. But then again, it wasn't a good game. It made me irritated, right? Because for one, Steph Curry didn't finish the game. He had a hamstring injury. And I truly feel like what it was, the Timberwolves should have won that game. Steph Curry played 13 minutes and had a hamstring injury, and the Timberwolves still lost. You want to know why they lost? Because the Timberwolves were bricking for chicken all game long from 3. They made 5 threes all game, and they shot like 28 threes or something like that. So they were like 5 of 28 from 3. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. And another thing that really got me, right, is I'm not sure what's going on with Buddy Hield, but Buddy Hield is simply just an amazing player, man, right now. He's playing on another level. Buddy Hield, even though Steph Curry went out, Buddy Hield came off that bench and he said, I got you. So Jimmy Butler and Buddy Hield took over the game in the late minutes, man. Buddy Hield coming off the bench. How many points he had? Buddy Hield had, trying to see, how many points did Buddy Hield have? Buddy Hield, he had like 24 points, 8 rebounds. Buddy Hield had 24 points and 8 rebounds. Jimmy Butler had 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. Steph Curry played 13 minutes and had 13 points, and they still did not do a dang on thing. I don't know how the Timberwolves lost this. Actually, I do. They couldn't rebound. They got out-rebounded. They got out-hustled. And the Warriors, I don't want to say they punked them, but the Warriors they were more physical, man. Fighting for the boards, fighting for the offensive rebounds, fighting for the defensive rebounds. And they were making their threes, and the Timberwolves were bricking for chicken when it came to their threes. So it's just the fact that the Timberwolves gonna have to figure something out. All right, brother. They're gonna have to figure something out. The Timberwolves are going to have to figure something out. For them to miss that many threes, and not be able to, and listen, I don't think that's going to happen again, but the one thing you don't want to do is go down 0-2 to the Warriors going back to Golden State. You're not going to win that series. Ant-Man didn't show up. Ant-Man didn't show up at all until like later in the game. He had like 24 points and like 12 rebounds. The whole team was just bricking from 3, bro. The whole team was just so absolutely terrible. They were not making no shots, bro. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible performance by the Timberwolves altogether. And the Warriors came in Minnesota and beat them without Steph Curry for most of the game. Pretty much the for 3/4 of the game, Steph Curry did not play. And somehow, some way, they still won. Because Buddy Hield, for some reason, garbage stash. You're right. He didn't play when he needed to play. They kept on bricking from 3. My whole thing is this. After the first half, they were like 0 for 13 from 3, bro. If you're not making your 3, why are you going to still continue to shoot the 3, knowing that you're not good at 3 right now? Sometimes you got those games where you just can't get a 3. So change up your game, drive to the lane, post up. And another thing that I didn't like is Julius Randle started to really irritate me. His game is starting to irritate me because why are you passing up layups? Julius Randle, I don't care how wide open your player is from 3. If your team is not able to make a 3, why are you giving it to him? I don't care how wide open he is. It don't matter. He's going to brick it anyway. So why didn't you just put up the contested layup? Julius Randle was passing up contested layups. I'd rather for you have a higher percentage to make that shot than the Timberwolves wide open from 3 because they couldn't hit the dang on 3 all game. You're giving up a layup for a 3 that they can't make. And it's just like, Julius Randle, you're too good for that, bro. Be more physical. Dominate that paint, bro. There ain't no real shot blockers on the Warriors. They don't got no real shot blockers, so why would you not keep on, passing up layups and everything, bro? Passing up layups. Who else am I calling out? All right, so Julius, 18 points, not good enough. Dante DiVincenzo was bricking for chicken. This man had 7 points in 30 minutes. Absolutely terrible. Jaden McDaniels, just not good. I don't even no comments on him. When it comes to who else? Mike Conley, 0 points. 0 freaking points in 20-something minutes, bro. Naz Reid, 19 points off the bench. He was like the only one that was solid. Everybody else got to step their game up. So they got out-rebounded. They couldn't make their 3s. They were absolutely terrible the whole dang on game. How's everybody doing? Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I cover the Sixers, I cover the Phillies, I cover the NBA playoffs. I got about 20 people in the building. Hit the like button. Can I get 20 likes? I got 3 likes. Show a brother some love and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm just a passionate Sixer fan talking about the NBA playoffs. And I'm going to keep it real. I would love to see the Timberwolves get to the Western Conference Finals. They're not making it, bro. I got the Nuggets. Listen, the Nuggets or OKC is going to represent the West. It's not going to be the Warriors. It's not going to be the Timberwolves. It's going to be either the Nuggets. The winner of that series is going to represent the West. I'm leaning towards the Nuggets, but I won't be surprised if OKC could win that too. But listen, Timberwolves and Warriors don't have a chance against the Nuggets, especially if Steph Curry has a hamstring injury. He ain't going to be able to pretty much play like he usually plays. And then you got to talk about the Timberwolves. If the Timberwolves are bricking for chicken all freaking game, I ain't never see so many bricks in my life. I ain't never see so many bricks from 3 in my life. And I'm a Sixer fan, so that's saying a lot. I'm a Sixer fan. That's saying a lot, man. For me to say I ain't never see that many bricks, that's saying a lot, man, being a Sixer fan. No wonder the Knicks got rid. Yes. Dante DiVincenzo, he was terrible, bro. 22 minutes, 7 points. 20-something minutes. I don't even know how many minutes. 20-something minutes, right? 7 points. Was bricking for chicken. He was wide open for 3. Bro, I don't know what the heck the Timberwolves were doing, bro. I don't know what they was doing. Buddy Hield is playing like the third scorer. Bruh. I'd rather have Buddy over pick. Hey, listen, bro. That's a hey, I'm 100% with you. Buddy Hield is playing really good. He's playing amazing. He's driving to the lane. He's hitting the 3. He's not hesitating. He's just shooting that 3 without hesitating and making it. And he's putting the team on his back. Like, the Warriors could have folded. When Steph Curry got hurt, Steph Curry only played a quarter in a minute, right? He didn't play for pretty much 3 quarters. He played 13 minutes. He had 13 points, and the Warriors could have went like this, man. We don't got a chance to win this game. Nope, the Warriors still won. How do the Timberwolves let the Warriors come into Minnesota, their best player gets hurt, and they still dominate and win the game? That's embarrassing. That's a big L. And this is why the Timberwolves will not get out the West. I know it's game to game. They can make an adjustment. But, bro, they messed up losing to the Warriors. And I'm just keeping it real. They messed up losing to the Warriors without Steph Curry for 3 quarters. I'm just keeping it real. By the way, hit that like button. 20 people in the building. Only 3 likes. Dang. Someone hit the like button. Just double tap on the screen. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Appreciate y'all vibing with me. Just double tap on the screen. Show a brother some love. And please leave in the comments. Tell me how y'all feel about the NBA playoffs. Don't be scared to leave a comment. Do not be scared to leave a comment. Don't be shy. Let's talk about it. I'm just a Sixer fan talking about the NBA playoffs. Don't be scared to leave a comment, y'all. For real. For real. If you can't spell, I'll figure it out. I just love to interact with people. I like to get other people's perspective on what's going on in the NBA. Like, the second round is lit. The Nuggets in the OKC, that's going to be a good series. That can still go either way. But if the Nuggets take this next game, it's over, bro. Nuggets are representing the West, because I don't think anybody in the West is beating the teams. OKC or the Nuggets is representing the West. The Timberwolves and the Warriors, I'm sorry, they're not good enough. After witnessing the Timberwolves lose to the Warriors without Steph Curry for 3 quarters, they're not good enough, bro. They're not good enough, bro. For real. The reason why the Warriors aren't in Cancun, right? Facts, bro. Buddy Hill been clutch, bro. Steph Curry 2.0. What's up, Steph Curry 2.0? Saying this as a Warriors fan, I personally think they're going to win a championship. Ooh, okay. I got the Warriors in 6 against Timberwolves. Okay. Listen, if the Warriors, the only problem I have with the Warriors is Steph Curry's hurt. If it wasn't for Steph Curry with his hamstring, you know hamstrings are debatably the most trickiest injury. Like, they're so tricky because you don't want to overdo it and tear your hamstring. If it's a strain, okay. But you don't want to mess around and overdo it and tear it. And I'm not a doctor, but I know hamstring injuries can vary depending on the degree of the strain or whatever. You know what I mean? So if Steph Curry is like 85%, yes, I can see them winning in 6 games. If not, I don't know, man. This could be a 7-game series. I hate what he'll do it. Hey, listen, as a Sixer fan, you should listen. I'm gonna keep it real. As a Sixer fan, you know what I mean? I'm disappointed that it seems like every player that leaves the Sixers, they mess around and ball out. So, like, this is what I'm saying. Watch when Joel Embiid gets traded and watch he end up winning a championship. I'm going to be mad, bro. I'm going to be so mad. Watch he end up being healthy. Watch when Paul George gets traded, he going to mess around and be good. Listen, I don't know what it is with the Sixers, man. I don't know what it is. But Buddy Hield is playing like a straight-up dog right now. They're saying he might not be back for a round. Ooh, back for a round 2, but I think he'll be back for a round. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. Hey, Steph Curry 2.0, I'm telling you right now. I don't know, man. If Steph Curry is not back in this series, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. Oh, hold on real quick. Got a little itch on my arm. I'm sorry. I'm not hating. I'm just stating. I don't think they're going to beat the Timberwolves, man. Because as much as I love Buddy Hield, as much as I love Green, as much as I love Jimmy Buckets, the Timberwolves are a very deep team. The problem is the Timberwolves just be bricking a lot, man. They cannot shoot. I got to see their percentage. Are they the worst three-point shooting team in the playoffs right now? They have to be. I ain't never seen so many bricks from 3. Like, I never seen that before. Look, it was embarrassing. And I want, and listen, I'm a big Ant-Man fan, but Ant-Man did not show up. He did not show up. And I think he's the best. I think he's the best American player, debatably, in the NBA. But that type of performance yesterday was not good. That was not a good performance. He was missing layups. He was just struggling. But the one thing I do like about Ant is even though he's struggling offensively, he still brings it on the defensive side of the ball. He still had like 12, 14 rebounds. He had a couple of steals. He was still bringing it on the defensive side of the ball. But you got to score, man, especially when your team needs you to get a bucket, because nobody else was making a bucket. Jaden McDaniels was struggling. Everybody was struggling. Julius Randle act like he can't shoot a dang on layup. Listen, he's so close to the basket, and he'd rather throw it to someone that's going to brick it for 3. 5 days until the ping pong lottery. Hopefully the Sixers better luck than the Fly. Hey, listen. This is my thing. This is my order. I'm going to give you my order before the draft. By the way, I will be live for the draft, so everybody in the building, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to my first 500 subscribers on this channel. So if you feel the vibes, consider subscribing. I cover the Sixers, I cover the Phillies, I cover the NBA playoffs, I cover breaking crucial news in the NBA, like big trades in the NBA, and we do card reveals. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm about 98 subscribers away from 500. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate all y'all love. All right, but the ping pong, right? So ping pong. Let's see if we can win it. Like, my whole thing is this. These are the top players. I want Cooper Flagg, number 1, right? That's the dream. Number 2, Dylan Harper. Number 3, Ace Bailey. Number 4, believe it or not, y'all, this is how I feel, it's Trey Johnson from Texas. Number 5, VJ Edgecombe. Number 6, go get me a center. That's it, bro. Like, listen, I understand those are the best players available in my honest opinion. I understand people want a center. I'm sorry, I cannot go top 6 pick for a center. None of these centers are superstars in my eyes. They do not have the talent listen, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say they're not gonna be a superstar. Let me take that back. But I would be very disappointed if the Sixers draft a center and with that top 6 pick. Since the past 2 games, they're 12. Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on with the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are absolutely terrible. Must center. Yeah. Most centers, yes. And listen, no, Nerlens Noel, he was solid. He was a good shot blocker. He wasn't really that good on offense. He had no post moves. He was more of an alley-oop. He was more of like a hustle play, like getting the putbacks and stuff like that. He had a pretty darn good defense as well. That was a solid pick, right? Joel Embiid was a great pick, but the man can't be healthy. Everybody else, Jahlil Okafor, no disrespect, out of Duke, he was not good. Jahlil Okafor wasn't good for the Sixers. Let's keep it real. I'm not trying to hate on the man, but I'm cool. I don't want another center because listen, we could draft that center in the 2nd round. But the top dog is Cooper Flagg. Go get me a Cooper Flagg if it's possible. If we can get the 1st overall pick, it's Cooper Flagg. If it's the 2nd pick, it's Dylan Harper. If it's the 3rd pick, it's what's his name? What's the bull? Ace Bailey. With the 4th pick, Trey Johnson or VJ Edgecombe, one of the 2. You feel me? That's how I look at it, bro. Best player available. That's how I look at it. But I like Dylan Harper. I really do. But how do y'all feel about the playoffs, man? How y'all feel like this is what's going to happen? Do you think the Nuggets are going to beat the OKC Thunder? Do you think I think they play tonight too? Do you think the Boston Celtics will get tied up 1-1? Do you think the Boston Celtics are not going to brick for chicken and shoot 25% from 3 the whole dang on game? They were 15-60 in the first game. Like, come on, bro, against the Knicks. Do you think that's going to happen again? Or do you think the Boston Celtics are going to tie it up, ball out? Jason Tatum is going to play a lot better. They're going to play better. Porzingis didn't have a good game as well. Drew Holiday was solid, but he got cooked by Jalen Brunson late in the game. Jalen Brunson, I'm going to say this right now. Jalen Brunson, and he be flopping. Sometimes he get on my dang on nerves. But the one thing I'll say about Jalen Brunson is Jalen Brunson is a straight-up dog. Jalen Brunson is a straight-up dog. Jalen Brunson is clutch. Philly made a really good trade. I'm all for it, but when you have Joel Embiid not playing a single NBA game, it's hard. Facts. Facts. Availability is the best thing for a superstar. So if he's not playing, it don't matter how good you are. Don't forget about Sean Bradley. Yeah, that's true. Celtics are winning by double digits. Okay, I can see that too. Adrian said 100. He said don't like him either, but you gotta respect he got. Yes, Jalen Brunson is a straight up dog. Like listen. Oh man, I don't even know what to say about Bull. Bull nice. And you know what's crazy? Did anybody see him being this good when he was with the Mavericks? When he was playing with Luka? Did anybody think Jalen Brunson was going to be this good? It reminds me of when James Harden left the when he left the Thunder, when they had Westbrook and Kevin Durant and all them, and he left the Thunder, went to the Rockets and became a superstar. It literally reminds me of the same thing. You know what I mean? Jalen Brunson is just so clutch. He's a way more clutch. He's a better clutch player than James Harden. I don't know about a better scorer overall than James Harden, because when James Harden was in his prime, James Harden was a straight up baller. But when it comes to the fourth quarter, the game is on the line, I'm going Jalen Brunson all day, every day, bro. All day, every day. I used to like SGA, but he flopped too much. His home is playing basketball isn't free. You know what it is, though? I don't knock players for going to the free throw line. Because if you foul them, it's part of the game. You can't take it out the game. That's like you saying, I don't like when players hit a whole bunch of threes, which I don't, but it's part of the game. You can't take it out the game. I do agree, the flopping does suck. But if the ref is going to call these stupid behind, if the ref is going to call it, why not act and do it? That's why I say the NBA players should go into acting school or go into acting after the NBA, because after their career, they can honestly be an actor. Hit that like button. I got 30 people in the building and only 6 likes. Show a brother some love. I know I'm a Sixer fan talking about the NBA playoffs. I know I'm a Sixer fan talking about the NBA playoffs, but y'all can still hit that like button. Y'all can still hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad at me because I'm a Sixer fan. Don't be mad at me. Just double tap the screen and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? I got 6 likes. All right. Dallas Mavericks had to be kicking themselves. Yes. Jalen Brunson is a dog. I did not know Jalen Brunson. Look, I knew he was good, but I didn't know he was this good, bro. I would have, listen, if I would have known this, I would have said, yo, Sixers, man. Forget all that. You need to go trade with the Mavericks. Go get Jalen Brunson. You would have got him for probably cheap. You know what I mean? Because nobody knew he was going to be this good. Nobody knew he was going to be this good. Let's keep it real. That's why it goes to show you, with more opportunity, you could shine. This is why I be saying, listen, when it comes to the coaches for the Sixers don't like to play the rookies. We didn't see Jared McCain play until everybody got hurt. And when Jared McCain finally got to play, he was shining. You feel me? But hit that like button. Let's go, Sixers. I know I'm talking about the playoffs, but I got 44 people in the building. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm covering the NBA playoffs. I'm talking about every series, the Boston Celtics series. I'm talking about the Timberwolves series versus the Warriors. I'm talking about, what else? We talking about the Nuggets. We talking about the Nuggets versus OKC. We talking about the Cavaliers versus the Pacers, which I'm going to keep it real. Double tap that screen, hit the like button. Hit that like button, y'all. Let's go. And listen, I know I'm hyped. I'm a Sixer fan. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. Don't be hating on me either. I don't care. I'm a Sixer fan for life. I'm a Sixer fan for life, baby. No matter how bad they suck, I'm always going to be a Sixer fan, bro. I'm a diehard fan. I don't hop on bandwagons, but I do respect a lot of great players on other teams. You feel me? But what's up, A. Brown? What's going on, bro? The worst trade Nico Harrison made wasn't trading for Anthony. Oh, man. Anthony Davis, it was giving the Sixers the guy from the Mavs. Oh, yeah, Quentin Grimes. Yup, Quentin Grimes. Yup. Same as best player in team history. Man, listen, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about Ben Simmons for the rest of this chat, bro. Listen, y'all. Listen. I'm sorry, but not sorry. I know Ben Simmons is a guy that a lot of people like. But no disrespect to Ben Simmons, and I hope the best for Ben Simmons. But this man is not the guy, bro. He was never the guy. People try to tell me I was wrong when I said I liked that Brandon Ingram, even though Brandon Ingram be hurt a lot. But I wanted Brandon Ingram over him. People said that that's the next Magic Johnson. People told me he was the next LeBron James. People told me he was that guy. People told me he was listen, somebody told me, Mike, you don't know basketball. He's the next Magic Johnson. Mike, you don't know what you're talking about. He's LeBron James 2.0. Like, what? What? You can't tell me he's a Magic Johnson. He can't run a half-court offense. He is not as gifted passing like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson is a 5-time champion. Magic Johnson, I think he won a championship in his rookie year. I think. I'm not 100% sure. There's no comparison. And then you talk about LeBron. You can say what you want about LeBron James, but Ben Simmons was nothing compared to the great LeBron. And listen, people don't like him because of what he's been doing with the Lakers. I understand. But LeBron James is a great player. You might not have him as your number one, which I don't. But you got to at least put him in your top 5, maybe. At least top 10. If he ain't in your top 10, then you just hating. I'm sorry. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But if LeBron James is not in your top 10 of all time, you're just hating on LeBron. Period. Period. No more coffee for you. Hey, listen, man, I'm just hyped, man. Let's go. I'm hyped, man. Sixers all day, ping pong. Hey, in a couple of days, we're going to know if the Sixers are going to draft Cooper Flag, possibly. We're going to know the number of where we're going to draft. Hopefully it's the second pick, first pick, top 2 pick. I want one of the top 2 picks, y'all. I want one of the top 2 picks, y'all. Halliburton or, Brunson all day, eh? A. Brown. Brunson all day, bro. Ain't even a comparison, bro. Listen, I like Tyrese Halliburton. He was clutch. He was clutch against the Cavs. But, bro, look at his numbers, bro. Look at his numbers for the game. Look at his numbers for the game, right? I know he made the last shot. I know he was clutch. But Jalen Brunson is the most clutch player in the... Listen, this is coming from a Sixer fan, y'all. Listen, I don't even like saying what I'm about to say. Can anybody name a more clutch player than Jalen Brunson right now? Hello. Can anybody name a more clutch player than Jalen Brunson right now in the NBA? Yes, you might try to put a Steph Curry there. You could possibly put a Jimmy Buckets there, maybe. Who's more clutch than Jalen Brunson right now, especially in the playoffs? Especially in the playoffs. I'm taking Jalen, bro. I like Halliburton, but nah, bro. He a better facilitator. He might be a better defender, but he's definitely not more clutch, in my honest opinion. And I think Jalen Brunson's a better overall scorer. Like, when it comes to, if he needs free throws, Jalen Brunson gonna get to the free throw line. If you need a bucket, Jalen Brunson gonna do that for you. I got Jalen Brunson a slight edge over Tyrese Halliburton. A slight edge. Same here. Been a fan since he was on the case. Okay. Those ping pong ones are made of... Oh, no. Tyrese Curry. I don't know about Tyrese. Paul George is clutch. He said, no, he didn't just hit me with... Hey, I got 39 people in the building. Double tap and hit the like button, y'all. Double tap and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Double tap and hit the like button, y'all. I should have at least 10 likes, bro. I should have at least 10 likes. We talking about the NBA playoffs. I'm just a Sixer fan talking about the NBA playoffs. I should have at least 10 likes. At least. Listen, I should have at least 10 likes. You know why YouTubers ask to hit the like button? Let me tell you why. Because, yes, it's okay for people to watch. But if you don't hit the like button, that it doesn't get to the YouTube world. They don't like to promote your video. So in order for it to be promoted to everybody, they ask to hit the like button. We ask to hit the like button because of that. That's the reason why we ask to hit the like button. So if you haven't hit the like button, be nice and just double tap and hit the like button and consider subscribing as well. But my guy, Grasshopper, is trolling me. He said, what'd he say? He said Paul George is clutch. Now, we're going to stop this whole conversation about being clutch. Listen, we're going to stop the whole entire conversation and let's talk about being clutch. If you talking about Paul George being clutch, oh my goodness. I can't believe he said that in the chat. I can't, and he probably got a straight face. He probably is like so, he's being honest with himself. He's probably like, yeah, he really is clutch too. He probably got a straight face, no laugh, no smile. Listen, as a Sixer fan, I'm cheering for Paul George, man. But Paul George is not the guy. He could hasta luego. He could adios. He could hasta la vista. Listen, he could go. Adios, amigo. He can bounce. He can skedaddle. I don't want him on my team no more. Straight up, I don't want him on my team. Anthony Edwards is clutch too. Took Brunson 7 games to beat. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But think about it in this perspective. The Knicks are soft, bro. Now I ain't trying to be mean. Like, certain players, like, I got a lot of respect for the Knicks, like, the talent. But just because you have the talent doesn't mean you have the team. Let me repeat that again. Just because you have the talent does not mean you have the team. Let's talk about it, right? What was the ultimate team that beat the Lakers with Shaquille O'Neal and Shaq? What team dominated? They didn't have the talent like them, like the Lakers. They had some talent, but they didn't have the talent like the Lakers. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? Do you know who I'm talking about? Because just because you have the talent doesn't mean you have the team. When the Mavericks beat the Heat, when LeBron James had D. Wade and Chris Bosh, they had the talent, but the Mavericks had the team. You feel me? A great team could beat great talent. Now, the team I'm talking about when I'm talking about the Lakers is I'm talking about when the Detroit Pistons had Chauncey Billups, Richard Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, the list goes on, right? That team is not more talented than what the Lakers had. The Lakers had a top-heavy team, though. Keep it real. They had a great bench, but Shaquille O'Neal, do y'all remember how Shaquille O'Neal was playing? I think people disrespect how great Shaquille O'Neal was, but the problem is Shaquille O'Neal had to go against Ben Wallace. Shaquille O'Neal had to go against Rasheed Wallace. Shaquille O'Neal went against a force to be reckoned with and one of the greatest undrafted free agents in the history of the NBA, and that's Ben Wallace. He was undrafted, y'all, and he's in the Hall of Fame because of the hard work that pays off. That's why I say these undrafted players, just because you undrafted does not mean you're not going to be successful at the next level. You just got to get that opportunity, and when you get that opportunity, you can ball out. But Ben Wallace was shutting down Shaquille O'Neal in his prime, y'all. Do y'all remember that series? Double tap and hit the like button. I got 45 people in the building, and I got 9 likes. It's not adding up. It's not adding up. Someone hit that dang on like button for your boy. Give me 10 likes. Give me 15 likes. Give me 20 likes. Hit the subscribe button. I'm a Sixer fan talking about the NBA playoffs. You know what I mean? We going to talk about the NBA playoffs. Hit that like button, though, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. All right, so Ben fans catching up. Paul George is and dudes up out of here. Halliburton is a better two-way player. Which you're right. You got me with that. Hey, listen. Hey, you got me, bro. You got me with that. That's a good point. He's a better two-way player. He plays better D, and he's clutch, and he can facilitate. So it is hard. It is close. All right, you got me. So that's like a slight edge. I'm gonna lean towards Tyrese. And you know what makes this all messed up, though, and Brown and everybody that's in the building? You know what makes this whole thing messed up as a Sixer fan talking about the NBA playoffs? Is if the rumors are true, y'all, if the rumors are true, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. There was a rumor that Ben Simmons could have been traded for Tyrese Halliburton at one point, and the Sixers did not want it. There was a rumor floating out there in the NBA world that the Sixers turned down a trade to get Tyrese Halliburton because they overly hyped Ben Simmons. They said Ben Simmons is LeBron James, which he's not. There's nobody that's LeBron James. So that's not really coming at Ben Simmons. I'm just keeping it real. There's nobody that's Magic Johnson. Like, come on. But their team is kind of soft though. The Knicks. Like, I think Towns is so gifted, but he does not play big, bro. Like, I'm a big Towns supporter. Anthony Towns, when he's in his bag, he's very, very good. But the problem is he's not in his bag often enough. That's the problem with Towns. And that's why the Knicks ain't doing nothing this year, bro. That's just my opinion. Jimmy Butler called out Cat for being... Bro, I didn't even read your comment. See, this is why we think alike, eh? This is why we think alike, because I didn't even read your comment. And you was talking about Cat. You talking about Cat. Listen, bro. Cat is so talented. Karl Anthony Towns is so talented, but the man plays soft. You know what I mean? No disrespect, my brother. Once the Sixers are done, they need Embiid to really put in. Nah, bro. It ain't disrespect. The Sixers are terrible. The Sixers are a terrible organization right now. And you're not being disrespectful. You're keeping it real. The Sixers are a terrible organization. And if any Sixer fan says otherwise, you're capping. Because the Sixers, they just don't know what the heck they're doing, bro. They don't know what they're doing. I'm nervous because they signed... Yes, they did some good things. They did draft Joel Embiid, which was a good pick, even though he's always hurt. They did draft Tyrese Maxey. They did draft Jared McCain. But who else did they draft that was so spectacular? What's his name? Isaiah Joe, but he went to the Thunder. Who else did they draft, bro? That is worthy to really talk about. They draft Jared McCain. Lately, Daryl Morey's been really good at drafting players, but the problem is he can't draft players, bro. He doesn't know how to draft players. That's the issue with not Daryl Morey. He doesn't know how to get free agents, I mean to say. He doesn't know how to pick the right talent to fill in the holes on the roster. You went and you signed Paul George, bro. You went and you signed a Caleb Martin that's just not good overall, in my honest opinion. Yes, he's solid when it comes to defense, but he's not that dude. Sixers are overrated. Sixers haven't been good since AI. Well, the Sixers been good. They had the best record in the NBA a few years ago, but the problem is it doesn't matter what your record is in the NBA. Just as long as you get to the playoffs, it don't really matter. That home field advantage is only good for game sevens, y'all. Let me repeat that again, because people be like, why don't you want to have the best record? Man, bro, because it's only an advantage if you have to go to a game seven. That's all it is, bro. Like, if you can't win another game at the opposing player's home court, then you don't deserve to get to the finals, bro. It is what it is. That's how I feel, man. It's kind of like in the NFL, when you're a wild card, you're pretty much going to be away the whole entire time until you get to the dang on Super Bowl. It's kind of like that, bro. Like, but it's a game seven. Like, game seven, it's a 50-50 coin flip, depending on the matchup. And if you can't beat that team at home one game, bro, it is what it is. It is what it is at that point. Yes, there is a little bit of a home court advantage, but at the same time, that home court could be your disadvantage. Because what if you start bricking for chicken? What if your home field advantage turns out to be the worst thing ever when they start booing you because you're not making your shots? What if your home court advantage turns out to be the most, what if your team plays better away? They like that mindset of being against the world type mindset. So, like, I look at it both ways. Like, basketball is different when it comes to game sevens, in my honest opinion. I don't think it really matters if you have home court at home. Like, I mean, people will say that, but I see a lot of times, man, it don't matter. What did the Warriors do? Like, the Warriors just won in game 7 in Houston. I'm just saying, bro. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Philadelphia is the only fan base that is 100% honest about their team. Much respect and honest. Consistent and healthy. My brother stays. Yup. Hello. How you doing, man? Yeah, so I agree, bro. I think a lot of the fan base, see, the thing about Sixer fans, because I'm Philly everything besides football. I'm a Viking fan, so I'm not an Eagle fan. I'm not a Steeler fan. And the reason why I'm a Viking fan is because of Randy Moss, right? It's weird. That's why I got a Viking jersey on right now. But I'm Philly everything. On this channel, we cover the Sixers and the Phillies, and we cover the NBA playoffs. I have another YouTube channel called Mike Sports Vibes, where I cover the Vikings, and I go live for every Viking game in the NFL season. But what is my point? Why did I even just say that? I don't even know why I just said that. But yeah, what I was saying is pretty much like Philadelphia fan base is debatably the best fan base. You know what I mean? When it comes to being real, there is a lot of Philadelphia fan bases, a lot of them that get on my dang on nerves, because some of them be over the top. A lot of them be over the top, but I think it's just the passion that they show. They care about their team, and as long as you bring that effort, a lot of Sixer fans are going to respect you. A lot of Philly fans are going to respect you. The Eagle fans are going to respect you. If you don't put in the work and you show that you're not putting a 110% effort, you're going to get booed. Sorry about that, y'all. Let me tell you something. Oh, Maxey is a star. Sorry about that, y'all. I think Maxey is definitely a star. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. My allergies are starting to affect me out here. But have a wonderful day, y'all. I'm about to get off. I'm trying to get to my first 500 subscribers. So if you're feeling the vibes, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you know anybody else that's into basketball or baseball or just like good vibes, share. And as always, have a wonderful day and God bless. Peace out, y'all.